group. My name is Ty. I'm joined here by Victor, Jazz, Kira, and our feature today is Walee from a Listening Moment. Let's jump into our actual celebrity gossip. Jazz, what's new?
Okay. Quite a few things. Cat Williams made I want to say a diss song or respond back to Ludacris. I couldn't tell you like exactly what the lyrics is, but it's hilarious. It just plain old hilarious because he says what he says and he's funny. He's a comedian, so that was like I really can't like again. I can't say what he said because I was listening, but I couldn't like memorize anything.
I heard
But
it.
yeah, it was like what?
He told Ludacris he was coming for his number one
Yeah.
spot.
He kept
Wow.
repeating that. He kept repeating that. Yeah, that's what I remember. He kept repeating that. Yeah. Oh no. Then Rick Ross' new girlfriend. That thing, child.
Oh
She irks me. Little Miss,
Yeah.
little 15 minutes of fame.
Mhm.
I don't like the little bro. I like where Pretty V at. Where she at? I don't like this little thing. She wants so much attention, and I think she's like 20 something. Like it's a whole baby, Ricky. Come on,
Right.
you young
I
girls.
was
This little
disappointed when I
no.
saw her age. I was disappointed when I saw her age. I was like, come
Yes,
on, why are you going back so far back?
because that they like doing that. 'Cause they
Kinda
can
weird.
manipulate them. They want fame. Yeah.
That's kind of weird because my daughter 29. I got a
Thank
friend
you.
that was like, as long as they 18. I was like, don't you got a daughter? I mean, you don't find that weird?
Very
Yeah.
weird, but they said they legal. I said, well, if they lower the age to 10 and make it legal, you gonna like it then? So yeah, I don't like it. But she always like, I want to be picked. Yeah, pick me every time. Pick me, pick me. Like she's doing it for clout, and she don't realize that he's a serial dater. He's a serial whatever. And baby, that man's about to be up because you're talking too much. You're running your mouth.
Yeah.
Then she
It
gonna bring
speaks
up Pretty
grooming
video.
to me.
Right, right. Then Pretty V, like you this girl, like you try to play her, like she's funny, she got stuff going on for herself. Again, I don't know what this girl has going on for herself, but you a kid, like go out there with the kids and have fun. But you a clout chaser, you running your mouth
Right.
too much, and you bringing people up. Then no, did you see what she did? Now, mind you, Rick Ross just had a baby with a girl. Nobody really was talking about that too much. She gonna post a picture of the baby and congratulate the girl. I was like, girl, if you ain't trying to be a stepmama so bad.
Messy.com.
Messy.
Like, girl, get yourself, girl. I would have slapped them little curls on her head. She just rubbed me the wrong way. She rubbed me the wrong way. It's like you just trying to be something that you're not. She like, oh, did you ever see him post Pretty V? Did you ever see? I'm like, yeah. Did you ever see them together? Yeah.
That's
Everything
how we
trying to
know
down
about
this
her.
woman. You don't have to do this if you know your spot is strong. You don't got to down no other woman. I don't liking that.
Mr.
Yeah,
Ricky Dicky, he gotta be careful on this one because she poking holes in condoms. She want one too.
Really?
that's crazy.
Oh yeah, she damn sure want one.
She want to come up, and he like a fool. They can't see it come from a mile away. They deserve it.
Yeah,
He know better.
exactly.
I got confidence in him. He know better.
But a lot of these older entertainer dudes, like they never, develop the ability to talk to a female. So now they got money, so they figure they just throw it.
Right.
And it's a Trick and John sort of situation.
Right.
They know what they're getting into. I don't feel bad for none of them. Yeah, you get hit up. So you paying, X amount of hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Well, that's what you signed up for. That's literally what you signed up for. I mean, it can happen at any age, but it's obvious when they see them with these young girls.
That's what the game is though right now. I mean, it's a come up.
Yeah. Why don't you just go if you want to get somebody, because you know you're being used, whatever. Why don't you let somebody your age bracket use you? Because they want somebody with a tight body, all this other stuff. And okay, you'll get exactly what you deserve. Okay, sir. Have fun.
With all due respect to the women on the panel, if I got bread, I damn sure ain't going for nobody at my age. God damn it, shit. I'm gonna have me some fun. I'm gonna get me a rubber band. Snap back.
No, but you can have fun. You could have fun, sir. And then you be at Chuck E. Cheese. You be at Chuck E. Cheese with a 2-year-old, and she and Marlo 2-stepping with her drinks and her girls, and you be mad as hell. And you 57 years old with a baby.
With your money.
No,
Right.
hey,
I go
listen.
say nothing. That be the thing.
No
Like, okay.
responsibility at all.
Right. They're gonna be out here running. They're gonna be out here running through your pockets, and then you leave them alone. They're gonna take your money.
The point is, these niggas ain't going to no Chuck E. Cheese. They got the bread. All they gonna do is just give them bread anyway.
Unfortunately, yeah.
So the kids still just gonna, all right, like look at 50 Cent's son.
Mm-hmm.
Dad had bread, even though they was actually in a relationship. It just ran its course. But when he got older, look, the young man is still he's not feeling his dad because it's like, are you grown now? Fly, little bird. And see, at the end of the day, the women got to understand at the end of the day, it hurts the kid. Because all we doing is, hey, the kid's here, I'll take care of him once he get older. Yeah, you on your own. I got the bread to take care of him. But do you want a father? See, the women got to understand that. Do you want a father or do you want the bread? Can't put it on the niggas because the niggas gonna dump.
Why can't they have both? Why can't they have a dad and have a bread? So that's what comes with the responsibility of being a parent. To me, my job doesn't end just simply because I'm a mother and he turns 18.
Right.
So if my kid is on the out at the age
freedom.
of 29, I gotta be there and have his back just as much as I do as if he's 5. You know, so that's the difference between men and women. We are nurturers, so we look at it as a long duration. You guys get into the age of 16, 17 and be like, okay, I'm out.
No, you're a woman. You're a woman. You are a woman. These females are out. They're sharks. So you can't put yourself in the same boat as them. You are a woman. They are sharks.
Right.
Remember when Drake put the hot sauce and all that in the condom? Yes. And she put it inside of her and thought she was gonna get something, but she got flaming Cheetos.
I forgot about that.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
She got burnt.
Yeah, she got flaming Cheetos and tried to sue him for it and lost. See, you're a woman. They are sharks. So that's the reason why they can't have both.
Yeah. But you know, that's the logic behind it to me is you got to be able to say as a man, be the mature one and the bigger person and be like, you know what? She's not getting anything and cut her off, but not cut off your child. Your child is your child.
Right.
So even if they're 45, and I say to that because I still go to my father this day. I don't care if it's for advice, $5. I don't care whatever it's for. My dad's gonna pick up my call because I'm his baby. I'm always gonna be his baby. I don't care. I could be in the ground. I'm still gonna be that man's baby. It doesn't turn off because your parental role is your parental role. Women don't see it that way. Women see it as their parental role. They're going to be to have the obligation and be committed to that. Men easily turn that off, and I'm like, it's crazy to me.
That's not fair.
Some men will turn it off.
That's not fair.
That's not true at all. Because
that's not fair, Todd. That's not fair.
You know, we're talking about 50 Cent in particular, and his son, his oldest son, Marquise, who I have no respect for. The boy man 30. Talking about his father should still be giving him money. I mean, not like, oh, I need to borrow money, but a lot of things that 50 Cent ended up doing, he said it himself, like he wanted his son in G Unit. He didn't want Lloyd Banks, he wanted his son.
Right.
What was his son thinking? Oh no, I'm just gonna milk him, I'm gonna sit around and get the child support that my mom's is getting.
And where did he get that from, Vic? His mother.
Yeah, his mother, she was getting so much money, right? In the beginning, when he first blew up, right? He was really a mega star. He was paying her his own version of child support. It was so high that she thought, well, I could just go to the court and get more, and they cut it damn near in half.
Yeah, it was something like that.
He went for more, and they cut it in half.
You're doing
you talking that was this close to being probably 50 Cent, which is me, Walee. Now I had a female that actually cut ties with me over bread. Shakira actually sat there and watched this woman argue with me over bread. She don't care about me being with my son. She just care about the bread. So for a person to say that, you know, it's the men, majority of the time these days, it's the women. If I don't do this for you, you can't see your son. If I got a wife and I'm loving her better than you getting life and your man ain't crap and he in jail and we living life and we got married, can't see your son. Next thing you know, I'm in court again because you want more money because me and my wife just bought a house. You can't see your son. That is majority of the women. Now, I know women don't want to admit that, but a lot of these women are doing horrible.
I heard of it, though.
It's some women. I'm going to go back to your statement.
It's
the girls, not the women. I'm going to say it because I'm a mom. And, you know, I'd rather my children had a relationship with their dad versus him giving child support. And I'll be very honest because sometimes getting the burden of everything put on your back it takes a toll on me as an individual. So I would prefer you give your time and energy to your child. If they need to come sit and have, you know, conversations and discussions and be up under you for a day, a week, a month, whatever the case may be. But I'd rather they played a pivotal role in the actual child's life. So it's a little bit difference between the dynamic of men and women. But let's get back to Rick Ross because I do want to say that he is choosing girls that he wants just to have fun with. And that's right now his money is telling him just to simply have fun.
Right. So
that's a big difference.
Well, think about it. Put yourself in Rick Ross's shoes, right? You're worth like $60 to $70 million. Any woman that you decide to settle down with right now, regardless of age, is always looking at that money first because she knows you're Rick Ross. And you know, not like he hasn't dealt with older women before. He was dealing with, I believe the sister's name was Elise Neal. Back in the day, that was his first major celebrity girlfriend. And you know, a lot of these celebrity ladies, they deal with these brothers on the low. You just don't really hear about it like that. until
Yeah.
years and years later. And then you're like, well, why is she dealing with, this 20-year-old? Well, because maybe he ran through all the 30 and 40-year-olds. Wanted the same thing. Is money. Because when you see Rick Ross, you see an economy. So why not just do what you're going to do? You're going to do it anyway. The 9 times out of 10, the outlook is going to be the same.
No, I think he's just picking a wrong type of woman. Because I would never look at somebody, and I don't care. Like, the money isn't as much important to me as how he's going to treat me and the outcome of our love. That's just like the reality to me, though.
Ta. We can't put statistics on you, right? I talk to you. Intelligent, hardworking, beautiful woman. Strong, and I could probably go to the same as Jazz, even though I just met Jazz, but she seems like a strong, same as you, beautiful woman, intelligent, but we can't go to the statistics on YouTube. This is why your platform is called Grown Up Group. That just alone just tell you that your mind is somewhere different. Everybody else, every female is not like that. It's a lot of zombies running around out here.
When the Rick Ross' new girlfriend post, I think the baby, Rick Ross' baby mother, I'm not sure if he has kids with her, just her, or maybe another woman, because I know he got 2 kids, a boy and a girl, the first oldest ones. She posted, did you see her, the baby mother, go online? I forgot what she was saying, but that thing is when I say a bird, a big bird. I said, that's what you like? I said, this girl was just clucking her feathers. She was going off. She was just, I was like, that's what you like? Now I had to think about her age, how they're older. I was like, okay, she's older. She looks older. Like, she doesn't like no young girl. But the way she talked, her mannerism, everything was like, she's trash. I think she's from Florida. She's Floridian trash. I was like, wow. So that was another thing too. So I don't know if that's the same baby mother though. That's the same one of his I don't know. I got to look into that because I never even, when I looked at it, I wasn't sure if that was the same, the girl from before.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I mean, hey, the man likes what he likes. He's almost, I think he's about 50
But
years.
how do you know? I was in love with this woman for 10 years, Vic, before I found out she was like this. Babies change a lot.
Let me tell you, remember we had actually like a subject on that. And it was like, oh, you picked them. It's like, no, I picked who they presented to me. Like, I didn't know who you were until I had a kid with you. I didn't know who you were until we lived together or had the relationship, and you turned to a whole different person. So it was like, now I got a kid with you, and like, now I got a kid with you. Now it's like, who the hell are you? That's not who I picked. It's crazy. People don't be like, oh, you picked them. No, I did not pick that. I did not pick that. But yeah, see, that's what.
You narcissistic. You got me. Goddamn, you got me good. Hey, niggas cry in the bed at night too. Goddamn, you heard Babyface.
They got emotional feelings too. Yeah.
Babyface told y'all in 1985. Goddamn it, he been crying on the pillow all goddamn night. We do it too.
Babyface was crying because he worked all day to pay her rent, draw her back.
Oh yeah.
I'll pay your rent.
I love that song because I'm like, that's
my song. Yeah.
Word up.
Right.
Kira, so we could discuss media and try to find out what we have for our Black community in media. Any new TV shows or movies?
Okay, so I just started, and thank you, Ty, for this one because I just started watching Abbott Elementary.
I love it.
Hilarious. So their new season comes out in February 7th. So for you guys who don't know about it, you need to watch it. It is hilarious.
That principal girl.
The principal, yes.
I love her.
And she not even a real principal. She was
blackmailing
the superintendent, and that's how she got the job. But on one of the episodes, he was like, "I married the lady who you trying to blackmail me with, so that can't fly no more. So what? You gotta walk on eggshells."
Now she gotta do her job.
No, that's not a spoiler alert. That's not a spoiler alert. That's on the episode. That's on the episode. You gotta watch the episode in order for you to know that.
Yeah,
so
it's good.
It's like it's so many talented actors on there. You got Shirley Ralph on there. I love her on there.
Yes.
She is hilarious on there. Yes, Orlando Jones, Reggie Hayes. Yes. You have Quinta Brunson, that I found out, who plays Janine Teague. She is the first Black woman to win a primetime Emmy Award.
That sounds like a great cast.
No, it is.
Yeah, I'm telling you, gotta watch it. Abbott Elementary.
It's hilarious.
The cast is even the Italian lady. She funny. I love her also. It is on Prime, Hulu, and Max. I believe is it on Channel 7?
I believe.
Yeah, okay. On Channel 7. But the new season coming out on February 7th. But if you have Hulu and you want to start from the beginning, that's where I started from, or whatever. hilarious. I binge watched on it, and I really don't binge watch on series, but that right there, I binge watched on it in a whole day, and I'm like, I cannot wait till this next season comes
I'm gonna
out.
check it out because
I
your ass
told
is
you
silly.
about
I'm
it,
gonna check
Kira,
that shit
right? I
out.
was like, Kira, you gotta watch this show. It's hilarious. I mean, Quinta's actually the whole story came from. She's from
Right,
Philadelphia.
because Philadelphia.
And she wanted a show to talk about the elementary school system in Philadelphia and how it's crap and how the teachers act and everything. So it's crazy. That's exactly how she put the whole thing together. It's crazy. She did an amazing job.
I was saying Abbott Elementary is one of those few Black shows that are not centered around drug dealing. So it's something I would always recommend people watch and watch it from the beginning because it's a very well written show.
Okay, I was gonna say that if you watched our actual school curriculum, it touched on so many of the issues that we brought up. It talked about how the public schools are going away and how they're trying to make everything charter schools. And it's crazy how their school was going to be affected and how they came up out of it. And I'm like, I wish that was more the message than you take away the public schools. It's kind of crazy how they don't want to give the funding to public school systems, but they want to put a label on it to be charter school, put it in a different tax bracket, and then sell it to everybody in the district. It's crazy to me. They think that that's better, but it has the same books, it has the same school lessons, it has the same curriculums.
You gotta also understand, if you're a Black parent, you have to also teach your kids home. My father taught me things that, like, when I was younger and I used to be in the street, they used to call me preacher, even though I was Muslim. They used to call me preacher because at the end of the day, I would be like, no, this is this and this is this is that and this is and that. And I'm telling you, look it up. We didn't even have no Google. We had the source in the dictionary. Or the encyclopedia. And we had encyclopedias in my crib. So I'm gonna tell you straight up. It starts at home. They're not gonna tell you, even if the school was to give you, they're not gonna give you everything about you. You are God. The Black woman is God. Why would they tell you that?
I get that.
Why would they tell you that? Why would they tell me that I'm a God and I'm a baby God? Because guess what I come from? I come from God.
That's very true. Anything else in Black media, Kira?
So I was saying that Quinta Brunson was the first Black woman in 42 years to win the Primetime Emmy Award. Isabella Stanford won it. She won it in 1981.
That your Black guy right there. You see, I mean, we can do so many powerful things. That's that Black woman magic right there. Black man magic. I always say we are powerful people, but yes, 100%.
Exactly.
I don't even care about the Emmys. They just that's I don't care about that. Y'all do so much more than a damn Emmy. I don't care about no damn Emmy.
Yeah, we do, but
a lot for that Emmy.
In 42 years, that says
a lot. That says a lot.
The first Black woman in 42 years, that definitely says a lot.
What else you got for us media, Kira?
Well, I have two new young up and coming artists. Ayana Light, she sings Good Vibes, and you have Young Wildin that sings Good Energy. I don't know. But yeah, you have to check.
What's her name again?
Her name is Ayan Delight. Ayan Delight, and she sings Good Vibes, and you have Young Wildin, Good Energy. So check them out and check out Abbott Elementary.
But you see that Niecy Nash won the Emmy too, right? For Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't even
deserved it.
She should have.
Yeah, she deserved that.
Well deserved.
That was damn sure well deserved. I had nightmares for like 3 weeks.
I swear.
Yeah, she definitely did.
That court scene gets me every time. Hell of a
She's actually a great actress.
So there you have it for our media for tonight.
All right. So let's jump into our main subject. We want to delve into systemic racism. And systemic racism, I got to tell you, affects us in so many different ways in a Black community. We want to look at the economic effects. We want to address the social issues, political issues, and relationships. So who wants to start first? And what direction are you headed in? Let's discuss systemic racism.
I would like to start. Systemic racism has pretty much carved out way the world is now for Black Americans. You know, a lot of the things that, befall us in terms of, like unsavory television and, and bad popular role models and things of that nature, it literally bores itself out. Just us talking in a segment earlier about, sisters not getting their just due for these Emmys and these Grammys and things of that nature. It's the proof is literally in the pudding. There's no way someone like Angela Bassett should have gotten an Emmy 30 years ago.
Right.
She should have got an Emmy. And I didn't even like this movie, but for Black Panther 2, she was the best part. She was the absolute best part. And it's like
the only best part in that
literally.
one. But she was good in part 1, definitely. But in part 2, she was the best in all of it.
Premise aside, but as far as her performance, that is literally, an example of systemic racism. If you also look at the way our neighborhoods are set up, you look at the, I think it's the 1954 Highway Commission Act, where they started running these highways through Black neighborhoods, so these are sort of things that, anti-Black racism keeps America going. It's literally as American as apple pie. So, like economically is the reason why, Black people are the last hired, first fired. That phrase doesn't come out anywhere. It's a myriad of different things. We can start talking about, just in the way that we approach or the way this country approaches things.
I have to interject on economically. Economically, it's backwards for the country. Economically, systematic racism is not good for the country. It's scary for them. What would happen would be that we will take over because we excel at everything. So economically, it's actually idiotic to not let us grow, but it's also smart on their part because if we grow, then they lose.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why it is systematic racism. Because they don't want us to win. But guess what they need? They need our melanin. That's all they need. That's all they need. Systematic racism, it stems from healthcare. It stems from jobs. And also, let me tell you something. You see these 2 sisters that's sitting right here? They would give them the post office jobs. They would give them all the good jobs. And then they would give us the garbage truck jobs. Even if you're making $25 an hour, that ain't shit. You understand what I'm saying? They would give them $150,000 a year. But guess what? She wouldn't be really allowed to really deal with us. She would have to, because if you're around people that's making that money, like racism also falls into relationships because guess what a woman is going to do? If you're not making her money in that bracket, she's not going to want to deal with you. She's not going to deal with a man that's making $30,000. She's making $150,000. So now they taking our women and they making babies with our women. Or they taking our men and making babies with our men. So the more money you make, it's not coming back to our community. It's going back to theirs. Including our genes.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
So you know what? You touched on something. Both you and Victor, Walee and Victor touched on the economic effects as well as some of the social issues that we address and some relationships. But one thing that I want to say about the economic value for me, it's very disturbing that how long ago they set up the banking system and the actual loans, approvals, and the process. And we still to this day cannot see our way through it with a flashlight, with, big beamers on. Like we cannot see our way through it. And one thing that really takes me back from the economic standpoint is how, and I don't know if you guys remember from 2008 when we had that crash, the financial crash, and Wall Street was affected and they gave all that money and loans to all those other places. But what they didn't tell you about those same banks that took out those loans is how many housing markets was affected and how they ended up taking back all those mortgages and loans that they were giving out so freely, months and years before. It's like they set us up for failure.
That was a setup. It was a setup.
Of course it was. So that's exactly my point.
They knew that you wouldn't be able to afford it because you have this thing called a balloon payment. My sister got caught in it.
Yeah.
You have this thing called a balloon payment. It's a fluctuation payment that at the end of the day, if they give you $20,000 and they say, hey, it's going to be $20,000, but you don't know, just like your cable bill. They say, hey, it's going to be $90 a month, but you don't know when that promotion is up. And next thing you know, you get your bill and it's $300. See, that's what the balloon payment is.
Absolutely.
And that's why they knew we wouldn't be able to afford it. So what they would do is they take your money, they take the house back, and then they sell it for double.
There you go right there. I was about to say. So all of those red areas where they said, yeah, you guys can have this house. It was just temporary. It was on a temporary loan to you. And then, I wish that we were smart enough to read the fine print in our contracts and see exactly, the financial burden that they were putting on us way before the crash, way before the financial crash. Because if we saw that and was knowledgeable enough to be like, okay, what it really is versus what they're, pretending it to be, a lot of people wouldn't have signed on that dotted line. A lot of people would have walked away and said, you know what, I'd rather rent. I'd rather give these payments to a landlord. So that way, when I go to invest, I can invest in something that's affordable to me and not within those red, tape lines or whatever. And it's crazy how that's how it was built back in the 1800s, and that's how it's still affected in 2024. It's just crazy to me. I don't know how we rework that or how we come up out of that. We have to be smarter. We have to be smarter than what we have been in the past, especially if we want our financial dollar to go further within our community. I don't know how we could do that. I don't know how we teach that to our Black community. Their worth, what their real worth is.
It's something called in an Islamic word is called sabr, but in English it's called patience, and not to be greedy. See, if you are, they knew what they was doing because they know what we want. The American dream. We want homes. We want our kids to have their own bedrooms and up and downstairs. We want 2-car garages. They know we want that. So if you put a cheeseburger with a double cheeseburger with cheese just dripping down the side with onions and sitting in front of a homeless man that ain't been eating nothing out of the garbage, and you say, hey, you can have this for $1, and he got 75 cents. And you say, hey, give me the 75 cents. When you see me next time, just give me 25 cents and we okay. Are you not going to take it?
Of course.
You're going to fuck that goddamn cheeseburger up.
Because you hungry.
And then you ain't going to think about that 25 cents. And you might not see that person until next year. But that 25 cents don't have interest on it.
Yeah. And that's the part they don't tell you. That's 25 cents
is $50.
Yeah, that's what I was
You ain't got $50.
Yep.
Are you guys at 25 cents?
Yep.
So what you gonna do?
Even have that.
And you don't got that. So what you gonna do? You shit out of luck.
A year later.
Yeah.
You shit out of luck. Yeah. And they knew that's what they was doing. So they used your money to fuck yourself and used your money to bail themselves out.
So then my question to you guys, what do you see to change that? How do we change that in our Black community?
Not fucking with white people. Easy as that.
It's sad. We do have allies in the Black, with white people, some of them, but it's not many at all. Like, who to trust? Like, who do you trust over there? So all you gotta just best to deal with your own people. Then we got our own issues over here. So it's like, dang, we can't even come together for whatever. And we go run around, go back to the white person because they got, all the money, all the knowledge, all, whatever we need, they got.
Yeah.
So it's hard, man. It's extremely hard. It's extremely hard.
We already talked about this before. We talked about having the resources. We talked about not having as many resources. So in a Black community, how many Black banks is it that's owned? Think about that.
We don't have many. But what I'm saying is, listen, we don't got to run to the white man. My cousin Sheena bought land in Georgia. She just bought the land. It's hers. Pay taxes on it, whatever. She stacked her bread. Her and her husband, they gathered up bread. They built their house from the ground up. Not even $60,000. She got the land.
How much?
$60,000 to build a 4-bedroom house. She bought the land. $60,000 just to build the house. It's hers. She don't owe no mortgage, nothing. The land is hers. See, we got to think like this. And then,
I want to know more.
Huh?
I want to know more about that. I'm very interested in that.
Yeah.
When you go buy a house and them houses say $300,000, don't you know them houses only worth 50? See, this is what we doing. We not thinking like they thinking. We gotta start thinking like drug dealers. We gotta start thinking like, yo, if I go buy an ounce, I'm not gonna touch this money until I'm get a motherfucking 4 ounces. And then I'm gonna put, you gotta start thinking like a drug dealer on the low. I ain't gonna touch nothing until I get 4 ounces. Then I'm gonna flip 3, and I'm gonna take that 1 ounce that I got from the 4, and I'm gonna stash that. And after that 3, I ain't gonna touch nothing. Then I'm gonna take that. That's how we gotta start thinking while we working. We gotta stack. Then you got your sister over there, Ty. You got Jazz, and then you got Kara. Y'all come together and be like, yo, we gonna do this and do that. And then let me tell you something. I was thinking about years ago, and my sis can tell you, Kira can tell you. I said, if I open up a store, this gonna sound bad, but I'm gonna put a Puerto Rican motherfucker in there to fucking be at the cash register, because they ain't gonna come to me.
I always said the same thing. They not gonna come to you because you Black. They're gonna go right straight to that Spanish person and buy for them. Because I even thought about the same. When I talk to people who live like down south in North Carolina, they're like, "Oh, I miss so much about Jersey is the corner stores."
Yeah.
So
do you think half of these stores in the hood is ran by these Puerto Ricans?
No.
These liquors, you know how long it take to get a liquor license?
Yeah.
You think these Dominican motherfuckers is really running up this motherfucker getting liquor license?
Yeah. So I want to put
every year is another Dominican motherfucker in there. Let me tell you something. We gotta play the game.
Mm-hmm.
This is not checkers. This is chess. We gotta play the game. They know how to play the game. This is how we lose it. We not playing the game.
I want to add to that because I have a better analogy for you, because you said the drug dealer thing and I kind of chuckled because I'm like, them niggas always broke done. But
not my niggas.
Not
my niggas.
I know a lot of them. Okay, they broke. They couldn't give me 20 cents right now. I'm being dead honest. But if you look at if you want to take it back to an analogy, there's a rule in finance, and I come from a finance background. I know you all know that far on the podcast. I'm gonna go with the 50, 30, and 20 rule. And have you guys ever heard of the 50, 30, 20 rule?
Vaguely, yeah.
So let me tell you about the 50, 30, 20 rule, because a lot of white people
save this, you spend this,
Right. So what you recommend to do, they actually recommend for you to do is that you put 50% of your money in towards your needs, meaning anything that I need. I need a roof over my head. I need running water. I need the needs, meaning necessary. Like, these are the necessities in life, And then you put 30% towards your wants. And all of your wants, meaning like, I want to go out. I want to have a dinner. I want to have, some splurges, in life. But it's a want, and that's only 30%, not your whole freaking check. And that's what our biggest problem is. We take all of our money and we put it towards our wants, because that's how we are.
Right.
As a whole entire community. I gotta say, so many people, I'm like, what'd you go do with your paycheck? I got my nails done, I got my hair done, I did this, I paid my car note, blah, blah. You need your car. That's right there. That's that 50%. You ain't got your nails done. That's a want. That's a want. You want, then your 20%. What are you doing with that? You put it in a savings account. You don't get your whole paycheck and you just spend your whole paycheck and be reckless with it. You got a 50, 30, 20 rule, and everybody should apply this in their life. I don't care what you do. It ain't the drug dealer analogy, because you end up broke every time. But you got the 50, 30, 20 rule, and that's what you really have to put into your life.
All you did was intellectually explain the same shit that I just said.
Right. That's right. That's why I said I want to give you a better analogy.
I'm a nigga.
I know exactly what I'm doing.
Look, I'm gonna explain it the way that I can. I'm a nigga.
I know. I get it. I get it. I do. But I'm like, let me add some logic behind
you put one out, you take the 3, you put the 3 up, you do that, you put 1 away. I just said the same shit, but in a nigga way.
50, 30, 20 rule, okay? 50, 30, 20 rule, everybody, okay?
Right, that's 50, 30, 20 rule. But I probably put 40 on my goddamn wants, because I need more than this than the little.
Oh my God.
Oh man. We're gonna work on you, Walee. We're gonna work on you.
I'm just playing.
So can we address some of the political issues that's outside of the systemic racism and what we
we can address the political shit.
The political issues that come up that we face with systemic racism. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about our Donald Trump. Let's talk about the upcoming election that's, handed to us.
You see, Donald Trump won Iowa.
With that sentence I just made.
Donald Trump won Iowa.
He won.
Bar none, 51%.
Typical. Yeah. Typical. Yeah.
Are you surprised?
Look, I'm down with Donald Trump.
Oh,
I want Donald Trump to win.
You, huh?
I'm not going for no Democrats. Let me tell you something. We want to talk about systemic racism. Democrats been holding us back, even started dealing with them. Let me tell you something. When we was doing well, when we had the Black Wall Street and damn, where's that place at again?
Tulsa.
What are you talking about?
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
And we had Greenwood,
say that again from the top.
Greenwood, South Carolina.
Walee, say that from the top. Start from your first sentence. Because you stumbled and tripped, and then she had to say it, but I could barely hear what she was saying. So could you start from the top? Okay, thank you.
We
Sorry.
we were Republicans. Black people were Republicans coming out of slavery. Actually, white people helped us come out of slavery in 1884. We came out of slavery. White people helped us with that. And then they started the Republican Party after they helped save this one man. The next day they came out and started Republican Party. Black people was already Republicans. We've been fucked ever since we started dealing with these Democrats. Tulsa, Oklahoma, they bombed us for that. We was doing well. Whole town. We got Greenwood, South Carolina. We got Florida, Redwood, Florida. They destroyed that. They destroyed it. Let me tell you, I do not deal with no Democrats. I'm not dealing with no Republicans, the racist Republicans, but I fuck with Donald Trump because Donald Trump is honest. He's not a racist. He's an asshole.
But no, like, okay, we spoken that before about him being real. We know who he is. He not how he is. But okay, enough of that. We don't need it. Enough of it. We don't need it.
We need somebody that's going to help us.
Right. We don't need that.
No.
We don't need
Donald Trump did more for us than Obama did. No disrespect to anybody or anybody that has that's down with the letter group, the LGBTY super plus. But at the end of the day, they winning. And who helped them do that? Obama. He didn't give us anything. We got murdered. It was so many black people getting, not men, women also, getting murdered in the era of Barack Obama than I've ever seen.
But who fault is that?
They do anything for us.
But who fault is that?
See, here's where I can push back on you, Walee, because the fact of the matter is that neither group, Republicans nor Democrats, have done anything necessarily for black people as it pertains solely for black people.
How many people have Donald Trump released from prison? How many programs that have Donald Trump put out there for poor people, not immigrants, for poor minorities that's from this country?
Nothing specifically for black people, and that's the problem with both parties because they always push this people of color stuff and all this, inclusive.
That's what we got. That's our fault. That's our fault. You know why? Right. Because we got to stop getting into the minority shit and then say that we are actually foundational Black Americans and we are not minorities. Just like you have Cherokee Indians, what you call them, Native Americans, they have their own lineage. So they have nothing to do with minorities and none of that. We need to take ourselves out of that minority box and say, this is our lineage and we need something specifically for us. Because if you say a minority, that could be anybody in this country.
Well, Black Americans are starting to do that, which is why Biden is plummeting with Black voters. Because we're done with Biden's all lives matter sort of political ideology. You still have those who are not of this lineage who still push that because it benefits them. None of this stuff benefits us, regardless of the party. Like you said Donald Trump's not a racist.
What Donald Trump said, he's going to be the first president that have the biggest deportation in history.
That's what he worried about. That's what you worried about. We have other stuff to worry about than deporting people. That's another stuff.
I'm worried about it. I'm worried about it. You know why? I'm a black man that he's coming over here and taking jobs from.
And I understand that part too. That was a thing too. But my thing is,
he's coming over here stealing jobs from me. They taking food out of black women and black families and white families.
They've been given to them. It's been given to them. Mm-hmm.
Did you see them take them black kids out of Brooklyn, out of their schools, so them migrants could sleep?
I looked at that a little bit. I couldn't watch it. Yeah.
So that's not horrible. That's not horrible.
Oh, no, it definitely is. No dispute. It definitely is. It definitely
is. They didn't go to no damn cracker school and take them kids out. They went straight to our kids.
Sad. I know.
I want to play both sides to the middle. I'm sorry. I got to play both sides to the middle because, I'm hearing a lot of statements. I'm hearing a lot. And I'm going to just be like, of course, here to mediate a little bit of what Walee is stating, and Victor stating is a lot of hard facts. So where you say Donald Trump isn't racist, he is absolutely racist. That's a bald-faced right there. That man is racist. He doesn't like anybody that's not in the red, white, and blue. Let's make America great again, okay? And we're not including America. I'm just gonna let you know we're not included. He went inside it.
That's all he loved. This color.
Enemy.
That's all he loved.
He went inside it with the opposing enemy, the KKK members. He sided with them repeatedly. When somebody show you who they are, fucking believe them. When somebody shows you their true colors, fucking believe them. We're the only race that will not believe standing in our face, telling us that they are racist, marching up and down with a flag, burning our houses and shit on our front lawn. We be the only ones that smile and be like, it's gonna be okay. We are not in that era anymore. I'm not going to kiss a black cop that killed my black child and then say, I forgive the officers. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to sit here and say Donald Trump is not a racist. He is a fucking racist. He is a fucking racist because he is looking us in our face and telling us we are not great. We're going to make America great again. And that does not include you black, because I'm siding with my KKK members and taking their side. Trust me, believe me when I say it, in Virginia, when they was in there burning the flags and marching in front of the Virginia, when they was marching in Charlottesville, Virginia, he showed us whose side he was on that fucking day. When they raided the Capitol,
no, the Capitol was the January 6th insurrection.
He showed us whose side he was on. It was not ours. If that was black people, they would have shot us before we even reached the fucking stairs.
It would have been hundreds of us dead.
No way you're going to sit here on this damn podcast and tell me Donald Trump is not racist. Go ahead.
I think we're all missing the point, because the fact of the matter is both sides are racist. Donald Trump is an obvious racist. You know, we like to overlook that he put in the New York Times a full spread ad about how the Central Park Five should have gotten the death penalty. And he doesn't back down from that to this day. You know, on the other end, Joe Biden did create the 1994 crime bill.
Yes, he did. Hillary Clinton, and he called us, and they called us, what they called us?
Hillary Clinton, the most unelectable person on the planet.
Super predators. He voted for that.
So both sides. The fact of the matter is, here's where black people mess up, right? We're too busy in our feelings. We lead a lot, and we let people lead us around with the feelings. And we're gonna go. They're going to go to black churches, and we're going to talk to the pastors and these black leaders, which is crazy because you can't name an Asian leader to save your life. You won't name an Hispanic leader to save your life. There are none of those. It's about a group effort, and it's about actually getting something for your group. There's no LGBTQ plus leader. There's no white leader. There only seems to be black leaders, because it makes it very easy for us to point to one person and then demonize that person. And also it makes it easier for the opposite side to be able to knock that person off. So it's the fact that hold on, let me finish. Hold on, before I finish. What we should be doing is solely voting for what we can get. Tangible things. If it's not something that we cannot put in a bank account, then we should not be voting for these parties. Period.
Right.
Vote locally, because these are things that affect you directly. School council board, sheriffs, judges, those things
senators
you vote
and
for.
Governors.
Even senators and governors, you need to press them immediately and be like, what is it that my group is getting? What are black people getting? And the moment they start talking this all lives matter stuff, they should be done. Both sides talk to all lives matter
100%
stuff.
right. 100% right.
100%
right. Local first.
Yeah, a lot of people, like a lot of, black folks are really kind of down on the Democrats because it's the same playbook that they've been running since the 60s. And the Republicans have been running the same platform. The fact of the matter is, if us as a people start to pull out of the electoral process on these more grandiose scales in terms of, president, things of that nature, then folks are going to tighten up, and they'll have to come to us. None of these parties win without us. They do not win without us. There's no other group, maybe except the Hispanics, because they are, we're flooding the zone with immigrants, which is why the immigration problem is a problem, because it's not a problem now. It's a problem 25 years from now. Because then these people will say, well, my parents came here with nothing. Your people didn't do anything. And then they take legislation and they take office, and then we get left out in the cold.
Yeah.
So it's very important that we remind ourselves that
that was deep as fuck, yo. You know what? I didn't even think about that like that. You absolutely fucking right. 25 years from now, they're going to say, yeah, my parents ain't come here with shit.
Yeah. It's no different than the Irish.
Yep.
Then the Asians, they all came here and they all were flooded into our communities, and they had to live with us. They had to do, even now when you see the African and Caribbean immigrants, they're starting to do the same thing. They're on generation 2 and 3. They're already delineating themselves from us. We need to continue to delineate ourselves from them so that when something good happens, we don't hear about it's the first insert African country person from here to do something, and then when they do something bad, it's a black people problem. No,
all right,
that
all
problem.
Right. I'm on you 100%. This is now we on the same boat right here. Somebody said something. They got mad at me because I was talking about how Haitians, Jamaicans, and Africans, like, why do I be like? I'm like, yo, I fuck with them all. You know what I'm saying? I got an 1804 shirt. I actually bought the damn DVD. I fuck with them. They went hard on 1804. But let me tell you something. They will fuck with Puerto Ricans before they fuck with us.
They don't mess with us.
They don't like us at all.
It's sad. They don't. Let me tell you something. I'm going to cut y'all off. But I have a neighbor. I've been in my house, I want to say almost 15 years in a few months. And I want to say they're from Africa. And when I tell you they don't want to speak to us, and it's sad. It is sad. I'm talking about they make so much noise in their house. You can actually hear it through the phone. If I put my phone like in a place where you can actually hear it, like in the kitchen. They make noise, they do all kind of stuff, right? So I'm not gonna do it. They won't answer the door. They're so scared to even answer their door. I'm like, y'all banging. I have my grandson over here. Y'all banging, making noise. It's 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. They won't answer the door for us, nothing. I'm talking about it's been years. I cannot tell you how they even look. And there's a bunch of them inside there. I cannot tell you how they look. And it's sad. It got so bad to it one day, their house was smoking on fire. I came outside. I was like, "Are y'all okay? What's going on?" I wanted to help them. See what's going on. They was like, "We all right. We okay. We okay." I said, "You're not okay because more than likely we have a wall in our house to where it separates our house and it's like a firewall. But what's to say that if your house burns and within a certain amount of time, my house won't burn too?" Right. They did not care. They did not want no parts of us, to the point where my daughter was like, "Ma, they cannot be our neighbors and treat us like that. They look at us like we're dirt." You know how many times people knock on our door looking for their house, and we like, "Oh, they live right here," da, 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 da. And they would act like we're like, "Oh, how you doing?" My daughter, they won't speak to us at all. My daughter was like, "That is so rude," because we type of people were how I was raised. I speak to my neighbors. I speak, "Hey, how you doing?" Walking down the street. My daughter was like, "Hello." They won't say nothing. My daughter was like, "Hello," and she wanted the one that she said, "Why y'all so rude to us?" Then she act like she could speak English. I just heard you speaking English every time I say, "Hey, I come out your door, y'all speaking English," or y'all might speak y'all language someday, but a lot of times I hear y'all speaking English, and y'all will not speak to us. They don't bother with us, and it's sad. We don't know why. They're mad because we came on here on a cruise ship. No, we were kidnapped, my nigga. Like, what? They're mad. It's weird.
They distinguish themselves away from us because they don't want to be oppressed when they already going to be oppressed. Look, the police don't know who the hell you are when they bust your head open.
But no, let me tell you something, right? I saw a few people on Instagram say, because it was people that was actually like born in Africa, but they majority raised over here. They were young people. They said they were taught in their country by white people because they was colonized over there too. By white people, they're lazy over there. They don't want nothing. Look how they live. They don't want nothing. That's what it is. So they were conditioned, they were trained before they even got here to treat us like shit. They're our people. Y'all got left. We got kidnapped.
No, they come over here on a sponsorship. If you ever look at the Africans, they go to church faithfully. I got a friend. Kara know him. I know a lot of the Africans in here. You know what they told me one time? They said, "You're different from the others." I got another friend, Johnson. They said the same thing you said. When they come over here, they tell them, when they get their papers and all of that stuff, do not mess with them. Don't mess with the American blacks.
It's disgusting.
And they stay away from us. But the thing is, when they start being around us for so much, they start seeing this is bullshit. But you got a lot of us that's scared to go back to that hellhole. So they stick with it. So I'm with Vic. I'm with Vic. Fuck them and worry about us, because they ain't us. But first of all, I ain't from Africa. We from here. Well, I'm from here. I know I'm from here. Yeah. I know my grandmother and my great grandmother. And goddamn it, they from here. We ain't never tell me no shit about no Africa. North Carolina. I'm not North Carolina. Now, one thing I know is that the white men, the black women, and that's why my grandmother was pale, light-skinned, like a white woman, like my nieces. And she said, "I found the blackest man I could find, and I married him." And that was my grandfather, Joseph Smith, Joseph Spalter.
Yeah, so, I mean, what happens a lot of times with these outside groups is that, not only do they get that indoctrination there in their home, it's a high level of cognitive dissonance because they're told not to be around us. They have this inherent fear thanks to the media, thanks to systemic racism that paints us. Right. And we have people who are willfully doing these sort of roles because they got to eat and I understand they want to get into these sort
Sexy
of
Red.
Yeah, I mean but Sexy Red gets paid. Right now, Sexy Red, I'm pretty sure Sexy Red is somewhere warm and expensive.
Right.
But they get paid to be these sort of people. And when they, when these people from other places see these sort of folks, they assume, like every group outside of the United States, they assume when they come here that is what they see on TV.
Yeah.
They naturally assume that. And then when they come here, they all going to be standoffish. But at the same time, they mimic everything we do. Everything on the planet is run by Black culture. The way people dress, the way people speak, their mannerisms, the colloquial things that they say to each other in their language. If it's translated, it's the same thing we say to us, that we say to each other. They just say it in their language, but they also, carry that same sort of inherent, almost DNA-like fear of Black Americans.
You know what? I wanted
not
to
all of
actually
them
say
because,
that.
huh?
I wanted to actually touch on that because you even made a statement that says Black leaders, and I honestly don't think it goes with we discuss political. It doesn't. They don't address our Black leaders. They address Black artists. They go to the
That's true
rappers.
too.
Yes.
They trying to easily influence us.
That's like a
To be
leader.
like, oh, when you talk about the political statement that you made, you said they go to our Black leaders and they try to pull us all together. They don't. They think we're easily impressionable. So they think that we're like, stupid. We're going to follow the top artist that month, that year, that day. That's why they go to the Little Waynes. That's why they go to the Eminems. That's why they go to the Kanye Wests, hoping that he can persuade us to vote one way. That's what they honestly think about us because those social statements that's made out there on the media. So you guys look at it like that. We got we said two artists right now. We said Krishan Rock, Sexy Red. They all one vote to me. That's all glorified media. That's all they see as Black society. They look at the Tyler Perry movies. They look at what's out there for us. That snap your girl, attitude tone. How serious could you take somebody if you think that that's what their society is? It's not.
Right.
They don't look at these podcasts that actually speak of intellectual content because God forbid we not lazy and God forbid we actually have opinions and can speak them clearly and concise. That's not what's out there. That's not going to sell. But what sells, I'm telling you, if we was on here with a drink in our hand and slurring our words and talking about bitches and hoes and money, get your wine glass out of here, bitches and hoes and money, then we would be honestly saying, like, we would be probably in the millions of views. We don't sell it. We have an actual message. We're trying to speak in behalf of those other side of the media that show their asses. Honestly, let's be honest. The people that show their asses is a big difference. That's why when you said Black leaders, I'm like, false. It's Black artists. They think that we're that stupid and that simple-minded that we could be like, okay, yeah, let's go follow Kanye West down a dark alley and get jumped and robbed and mugged. Why would we do that?
One thing I gotta say is, why does Black Americans, why are we the only culture of people that have to have a leader?
Yeah.
Why are we the only culture of people that has to have a leader? And we feel like we gotta, why? I don't need no fucking leader.
But no, I think it's more or less we need organization.
Yeah.
Organization. We should organize ourselves by our mind. And then once we come together, we'll be just like Optimus Prime. Yeah. And if one big ass damn machine that can destroy anything from any planet. Secondly, it ain't just us that's being systemically controlled by the artists. I'm not just saying it's us Black Americans, because you got Jamaicans. I mean, damn, they beating each other up on their dance floor. They jumping on chicks' backs.
Oh, that's different.
And white women busting down. And I see a little boy on Facebook the other day. This nigga was like, yeah, straight sci-fi rap crip, cuz. And I'm sitting there. So everybody fucked up on this goddamn music. It ain't just Black people.
It definitely.
But the majority the majority of it is the Black people.
No, it's not. They want you to think that. It's not.
That's all that's being shown. That's all that's being shown.
All right. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. You know what's shown is that. But when I was in the hospital, sissy, when I was in the hospital, the whole goddamn 6th floor and 7th floor was full of Black girls in their 20s and 30s, nurses.
Mm-hmm. And kudos, and congratulations to them. And they, but they don't show that. But I'm saying
it just, you know, they don't promote that.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. They're not going to show the intellectual side. They're not going to show that. The media side of it, which is the stupidity, the dumbed down side. The people they're paying. Think about the people they're paying. They're giving people money. They're giving these people money to show their ass and show out. And you know, sometimes that's why I said I wish these people had positive influences, people that actually stood for something. If Sexy Red was my child, I would choke her up and say, "Don't you go out there and shake your ass."
You won't be able to choke her. That neck big as fuck.
I can't with you, but you get what I'm saying.
Get that bitch
you
like
get
that.
What I'm saying. You get exactly what I'm saying. They pay them to be that negative influence in the Black community. It's sad, but if you put somebody, and I always used to say Colin Powell, like you see Colin Powell when he made it in the, you know, the spotlight and actually started talking, I'm like, hopefully they'll start showing him more. I know there's some negativity, you know, but I'm like, I wish that they would show more positive Black influences in the on the media. Period. I don't care, in office, in offices, in corporations, and like you never get that. You always get somebody in office or a representation of us that's a yes man. We get those people that's just like, yeah, whatever the white man said or whatever he gonna do, I'm gonna sign on that bill. No real representation of us.
What Tata? What's the topic we talking about right now, sis?
Systemic racism.
And that's exactly
I know, and that's what exactly I'm circling back to.
So why would you show me positive if I'm trying to break down the people and hold you down? Why would I give you something positive to work towards?
Right.
I think what gets lost in this is that we really shouldn't be looking towards the dominant society to actually give us representation. The beautiful thing, that was about hip hop was, at least in the past, 30 years ago, I'm dating the hell out of myself, but 30 years ago, the Black people were into more of a positive, images of themselves.
Yeah.
That's what sold.
Yeah.
That's what sold. When we decided that we were going to start financially supporting negative images, that's what sold. So a lot of it, a good chunk of it, not a lot of it, a good chunk of it falls on us in terms of our duty to not put money behind these things. Like you mentioned Sexy Red. If Sexy Red wasn't getting millions of views for her videos, it would be no Sexy Red.
Exactly.
I don't want to keep disagreeing with you. Well, I'm really not disagreeing with you a lot. But when it comes to hip hop, when you saying that we chose that, we didn't choose that. What they did was we was loving us. Do you remember back in the day we used to wear the Africa chains?
Yeah,
we had the
medallions.
Bart Simpson with his hair looking like mine. Bart Simpson with his hair looking like mine. Black. We was loving Black. But what they did was they was like, these niggas is winning right now and they loving themselves. So what they did was they took the same beats that we love, because music, the beats, the frequencies on these beats that we love, they took that, and NWA came out. I love NWA, but NWA came out, and then they ran with that. And after NWA, nobody thought NWA would make it. They blew. They was one of the first groups out of Cali that they started that gangster shit.
Yeah.
And when they blew, they said, got them.
Yeah. So remember what we're doing, right? We were saying about self-destruction.
Right.
Self-destruction.
We did self-destruction, and
then come gangster rap. And that's how that was getting us murdered. And all kinds of, and that all the negative stuff was being shown that way. They was like, yeah, they're gonna kill each other. Let's work this right here. And that's what happened. Even now, you cannot say anything positive in the song about a woman. You cannot. They gotta be a slut, a hoe, and a freak.
Remember back in the day? Remember back in the day? Let me tell you something. My sister used to be in love with Lady Love's Cool James. She had a poster the size of the goddamn door on it. I hated it. LL Cool J was my man. I thought he was hardcore. I'm bad. But then you go look at her picture, he up there like, but that song, everybody wanted to learn how to play that doo-doo on a Casio piano. Right. I need love. We was into that. And they took that. We was loving ourselves and they said, yo, we got to switch that up.
Yeah. But you see too
now they switched it from that. And I'm sorry, Jazz. They switched that from that. And then now they turned it. When I went to Wendy Goldstein in 2005, I was a hardcore rapper, but I wasn't talking about killing people like that. It just was hardcore, like Redman or something like that. Right, she told me I need to be more like Chingy. So now they switched it from from loving ourselves to loving our women to killing us now to I don't even want to be with a woman.
Yeah.
Remember, now, who gonna protect you as a black woman if he out there sucking?
Child. Let me tell you, right?
Remember some systematic racism for your ass.
But let me tell you, remember, right? Even from the music, even to the clothes we used to wear, like you said, the clothes we used to wear. Remember Queen Latifah and Will Smith used to have on the black college shirt, the black college hoodies and the shirts and stuff, and had the Jordans on, and Martin too. We was representing, and it was showing a good light. It was nothing negative came from Martin, Queen Latifah, or Will Smith. Right. No, and it was like we can't have that. We can't have positivity. Even with Living Color, we cannot have positivity. We could not have it because it did not work for the opposing team. We had to be
right. Guess why they cut off a Living Single?
Yes, because it was positive.
Guess why they cut off Living Single?
Oh, why? I know why.
Took Living Single and created Friends.
It was stolen. It definitely was stolen. I heard about that too. I was so mad. Like, how y'all let them get away with that? Easy. Just take it. Money.
That's what sells.
Money and lies.
That's what sells.
They took the whole show. The two black men were roommates. The females was all living together. They used to be able to walk to each other's house. They was all cool. One wound up getting with the other one. The other one wound up getting with. It's Friends.
Yeah.
Just in another color version.
They just took it and made them white.
They stole it. We're gonna be what it is. We're gonna say what it is. They stole it.
Systematic racism.
Yeah.
Can't have shit. Do y'all know about the Playhouse?
Yeah.
On Elizabeth Avenue?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me them sweaty ass arms, pits, and them doing the Give It Up back in the day.
Was. Well, probably not me, but
yeah, you was doing it. You went to Shabazz?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a bulldog.
Hey. I'm probably younger than y'all, so.
Now you get Miley Cyrus up there shaking. I don't know what the fuck she's shaking. Now Miley Cyrus created the twerk or whatever the fuck they call it.
First of all, it's from Africa, and it was doing that in Atlanta.
Exactly.
Before, like, stop it. Oh no! Remember this one right here? I don't know if y'all seen the episode of Wendy Williams when they said that the boxer braids, the white girl had the cornrows out here, and Wendy Williams like, those are not boxer braids, those are cornrows. We've been wearing that. Then she took the little toothbrush out, tried to do the white girl edges, and she was like, "Oh baby, no, we've been doing that too. We laid out edges. That's not that was baby here." They want to be us so bad. They emulate, they imitate, and they thieves and they're liars. And that's why I got a love-hate relationship with some of them. I ain't gonna say all of them because I don't never want to say that. But
that's why I'm mad at y'all.
Why?
That's why y'all want to be them. You see this nappy shit? I love it. I'm about to dread my shit back up.
What you mean? How we want to be them?
Because
why we want to be them? How?
Black women get perms. They go get their shit blonde.
No, the reason why we did that, because we want to manage our hair. And this somebody told us our hair wasn't good enough. So we was conditioned that way. But then we started wearing scarves, it was a problem. But the reason why we wore scarves was because back in the day, we protected our hair from lice from them. We wore scarves, wrapped our hair up, and we from Africa, we wrapped our hair up. Because we had first of all, we from Africa, we wrapped our hair up. And then we were also we grease our hair up real good so we wouldn't get the lice in our hair. We had to cover our hair up. And then they didn't want to see us in public with our hair out because to them it was like a hell no for them. Like you could not do that. We could show no parts of us. So I'll be really mad at black women. They criticize our hair. Do you know why we wear our hair a certain way? It was never to be like them because it never was that way. My hair is naturally straight like this because it was more manageable. And I don't know how to do no curly hair. But we get the blonde out here because we don't want to look like them.
Word for like 2 seconds, like, let me figure something out.
What?
He was like, but What else can I say? I don't know.
No, but I was saying that because they automatically like, oh, because y'all dressed like y'all got your hair straight. We didn't straighten our hair for them, and then when we did, we were told we had to because we didn't fit the norm. So when black men talk about our hair and how we want our hair blonde, because when we rock our hair blonde, we look better than they look at their own hair. We will show you how to rock a blonde
hair, right?
We look better than y'all in any way, shape, or form. We're not trying to conform to what y'all are and what y'all. No, we're not. We can rock y'all hairstyle, make it, and we look better. We dress better.
Yeah.
We carry ourselves better. Like when the black man speak about white black woman hair, it pisses me off about black woman hair because you don't know what we had to do. We had to go through with our hair.
As someone who has been in a hair salon for at least the past 20 years, I do know what y'all go through with y'all hair. And let me explain that real talk. A lot of that, you know what I mean? Y'all can kind of cut out. I mean, like as far as, you know what I mean? The reason why black men speak on black women's hair is because you are in the same group as us. If anybody can speak on your hair, it's us.
But no, y'all speak on sometimes negatively, like yo,
yes, because when black men say they don't like something, that's what we mean. We don't like.
But my thing is too, right? Our hair ain't good enough when it's straight. Our hair ain't good enough when it's nappy. Because now we nappy head, bald headed, neck rolling, eye rolling, gun popping.
What we gonna be?
What we gonna be?
What do Vita look like in this house when she don't go get her hair braided? What she look like? She look like Whoopi Goldberg from Color Purple, the first one.
Oh God!
All natural. Natural. I don't like makeup. I don't like perms.
I don't wear none of it. I don't wear none of it.
None of that. If you gonna be with me, that perm shit, all that bullshit, go out the window.
Yeah, I think what was kind of really messed up in this hair conversation, because I really don't like having a hair conversation, but
because a black woman will kill you over that shit.
No, it's not even that. Is that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't. Yeah, hold on. I haven't dealt with since like 1998. So you know what I mean? It's kind of like, no, there are like black women have a multitude of different type of hair textures. There's nothing wrong with that. We don't dislike when you guys are taking care of your actual hair. That is not the problem. The problem is when your hair becomes your identity and that becomes your form of protest. That is an issue. You know what I mean? Because it's your hair. You know, we expect for you to take care of your hair because we take care of our hair.
Yeah.
It's our hair. We're human beings. There's nothing wrong with your hair.
Right.
You know, yes, you've had media for 70 years tell you how bad your hair was. Actually, more like 200, but let's just keep it recent. For 70 years, black women have been told that their natural, kinky, 4C hair is bad. And it's not going to get them jobs. It's not going to get them in places where they want to be. It's not going to get them dates. These are things that have been promoted to them, regardless of the fact that black men still deal with you, though.
That's very true.
Want you to want your hair.
Right. But you know what? Again, the subject of black women's hair is very, to me, it's very touchy because, again, we were told that we would not get the job because of our hair. We were told that we would just discriminate against because of our hair. It was like it's only hair.
That's not black. That's not black men's problem, though.
No. I'm not saying black men, but no, it's a problem when you say that. Why you put that in your hair? Why you this? Why you do that? We don't do it for y'all. We don't. Y'all don't understand that either. We don't do it for y'all. We do it for each other. Look good.
That's cap. That's cap. You look good for each other.
No, we want to look good, right? We want to look. No, we want to look good.
No, they don't. They don't do it for us because I done spent $300, and guess what? That girl ain't go nowhere for 3 weeks. She do it for her.
Right, to feel good and to also, because we do want to look good for y'all, so we go change our hair, we go do this, whether we wear natural, we wear whatever it is. We do it just to feel good. We want to feel good. So wherever we put in our hair, like, and then we got a black man tell us your hair nappy. So like, you look a mess. Like, yo, what y'all want from us?
Hold on. If you look a mess, you look a mess. It don't matter what your
hair. No. I'm saying, right? You have some men who like don't like a person with a woman with an afro. Do you know I wore my hair out naturally? I wore my hair out before, right? I'm talking about almost in a curly state. And I had this black guy, I was so cool with him. And I looked at him totally different. He said, "What you walk around your hair? That should look a mess, a nappy ass hair." I'm like, "Well, what's wrong with it? It ain't stick on top of my hair." I had an afro, I had a whole thing on my hair pushed back. He was so used to my hair being straight. So I said, "It's not for you to even like. I don't want you to like it because I don't like you in that way for you to be looking at me no other type of way." So, but my thing was,
No, let her finish. Hold on, let her finish.
So
let her finish.
So it was like, damn, I can't wear my hair straight because I want to be like a white woman. I can't wear my hair curly or whatever because I look a mess. Because you so used to you like your hair nappy, you automatically assume my hair was nappy because it was in a curly state. Why would you assume that my hair was nappy? Why you assume that something nappy is bad?
Yeah.
But you can walk around with
that particular black man, right? I'm assuming he's a black man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that particular black man likes what he likes. It is what it is. You have to learn to let that go, because there are black men who want your shit to be nappy. And let me give you a couple of phrases, right? We all are of the age to remember the phrase so eloquently said by our New Jersey native,
Red
happy
man.
to be nappy.
Nappy. Exactly.
So there are black men who are like, no, I want your hair to be your hair.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that. Yes, there are some, look, we're not a black, another phrase, black people are not a monolithic group. That includes black men. We're not a monolithic group, because you ran into one black man and was like, well, I don't like how your hair is. It looks crazy. Or maybe it did look crazy that day. I don't know. I don't know what it looked like. You know what I mean? But maybe you killed it. Maybe you murdered it. Well, let me not say those words. But maybe you did your damn thing, right?
Right.
There are black men who appreciate it. They may not even say nothing to you. They just look like, oh, okay, yeah, she looks nice. Sister look good. I still gotta go handle my business, but sister look good. Yeah, hey, yeah, she killed that. She killed that. She did her thing. There's nothing wrong with that. You just can't paint the group of terms of hair, as a whole.
Okay.
Do that. There's, like I said, me personally, I haven't dealt with a woman, because since they're all black women, since 1998, 1999, maybe, that had anything in her hair.
Yeah.
Regardless of the texture, regardless of the color, me personally, I don't like the blonde hair look. I think it looks like Bunny Ruckus. You know what I mean? But that's me. And then I also remember when I was a kid, when Mary J. Blige did the I'm Falling Down video with the blonde hair. I was like, oh, she annihilated that. That was dope. She was flawless. I don't know if it was extensions or anything else like that. I don't know what Mary J. Blige hair looks like. I'm not going to assume, but I know for that one video, très magnifique.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's not something that, everybody is into. And to say that you just do your hair for you guys is the same way like guys say that they get shape ups for other guys or for themselves. None of us do that.
They want to look good. They just want to look good regardless. They just want to look good.
We want to look nice for the women in our lives or the potential women in our lives.
Well, that's definitely a fact. Because if I gave up on women, it's
over. Life over, same like.
Yeah, you can save yourself $120 a month by not getting your hair shaped up and not getting your beard taken care of. Hell, the reason why you see so many black men with beards is because the black women like them.
Oh yeah, that's different. Yeah.
Oh shit, that's why I can't get no women. I can't grow one.
Hey, you gotta.
Oh well, hey, you gotta grow some.
Yeah, you might want to wolf out for a month or two and
peach fuzz.
But whatever you got, you gotta line it up. Just line it up. Whatever you got. My son got it. Pieces here. They cut it down. They lined it up. They shape it up like he got a little beard coming in. Like okay, get in how you fit in. So
I gave up. I'm 44 years old. I gave the fuck up. It's too late.
Hey, look, just get yourself a little thin line goatee, you know what I mean? Or the connector line like Lloyd Banks, you'll be all right.
Right. This all that happens. This all that happens right here.
My brother only got a goatee too.
Well, you could get what's the name? They got man units for your face too.
Oh Lord, don't start with that.
Are you trying to be Steve Harvey Jr.?
They got man units for your face. So
run around with the Sunni beard lace front.
Right.
Right. Word up.
The Sunni lace.
I think that takes us into our final thoughts. So I'm going to start with Kira. Kira, please give me all of your thoughts on systemic racism, and whatever issue you want to cover is perfectly fine with me. I don't care if it's economic effects, social issues, political relationships. If I could just get your last final thoughts on it, Kira.
I'm just in agreement with everybody. I'm just like, what can we do so we can make it better for us? Even when you read like the statistics, it's like so many people like really giving up on us. It's just becoming so much. It's like, what do we do next? What do we do next? So we could protect us. We could protect our children that's growing up. We could protect our young men. Like a lot of Black people are like really afraid. Like when I'm reading, it's like a lot of Black people that's really afraid for their kids, especially when we got Trump running again. We already established he's racist, and he already said what he want to do with us.
Right. So many words.
Or whatever. So it's just basically like he just like, okay, let's get him some more checks and some more food stamps and shut them up or whatever, and they'll be all right with it. But like, it got to be a better way for us. So
yeah,
that's all. I mean, I'm more into like, what can we do? How can we do it? What at this point?
Final thoughts, Victor.
Yeah, I heard it's funny because we're actually doing this for YouTube, and I want to say I did hear a YouTuber say this, is that we can't stop them from hating us. We can't stop them though from harming us, and
Right.
that is the most important thing. They can hate us. Every group on the planet can hate us as much as they want. Our job is to stop them from harming us.
right.
And if we do what is necessary to make sure that we focus on protecting ourselves, from foreign and domestic, enemies, we will be better for it. And the world will be better for it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Okay. Jazz, you want to give us your final thoughts?
To me, this is complex. It's hard. I just want to like, we have to really start. First of all, we have to start trying to care for each other. I think that's like a root of a lot of things too. We should start caring for each other, and to even start moving forward, I think we got to get rid of scary Black people. If you're not willing to fight, to go hard, or anything, you got to take your scary ass and move to the side. Because we trying to fight for freedom. We trying to fight for justice. We trying to fight for everything. And you can't stand here with us toe to toe with these people scared. If you're scared, get a dog. You're scared, go to church. And we got to also leave, no funny, and I don't want to say this, and I don't want anybody to take it wrong. We have to leave religion out of a lot of stuff too. Because that's what separates us. For the Muslims, all that. We can't let religion separate us. We are united. We got to be like, look, we are Black before anything on this earth. We are Black. We don't want to be Black Christian. We want to be Black Muslim. We want to be Black, and we want to be united. Right. And if we're scared, and religion will separate us, that's how a lot of stuff happens too. We cannot be scared. We have to be united, and that's what it is. We got to start from there. Like, it's kids dying. Like, that's the most heartbreaking thing that can happen to anybody on this earth. Is a child dying, and we gotta fight. We gotta fight, and we gotta get rid of scary people if we want to fight. If you like I said, you scared, get a dog, go to church, do what you try to do. But we are in a fight. We literally in a fight for our lives, in every aspect, from food to clothes to housing to violence to anything. We're in a fight.
Walee, final thoughts.
It ain't final, but my thoughts on for the show, for the systematic racism is we got to start at home first. You know what I'm saying? What we got to know as a people is to start at home first. You got to build your inner energy home first. You got to build your family foundation first. You got to teach your children. You got to teach yourself. You got to calm yourself. You got to learn yourself. You got to educate yourself. And when you walk out this house, you got to put that face on. You got to make that bread, do what you got to do, but you come back to the foundation. That's what this platform is about. So this platform right here, this is a great foundation. One thing I want to tell to you, Tata, is that I like the way you moderate the shit. You know what I mean? You shut me the fuck up. Be like, hey, do this and do that. You know what I mean? You get everything, going right. But what this is, it's going to be just like what Jazz said. We're going to have to fight. But we're going to have to fight ourselves first. Because first of all, we have to get them coons out the way. All these clowns out the way first. I mean, This is what it is. We got to fight ours first. We got to get the goddamn glitches out the matrix before we can actually use the computer.
Yes.
The computer is infested with a whole bunch of goddamn coons. And then once we get that right, then we can move forward. Because there's always going to be systematic racism because they know that we are the gods.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. We are the gods, and they trying to find a way to kill it. But see, the only way that we can win is if we win within first.
Yeah.
We got to get high vibrations every damn day. High vibrations every damn day.
It's true. It's very, very true. I'm gonna give my final thoughts. One thing that I want to actually speak about when it comes to systemic racism is the division, right? We can't even get together to coordinate, like, a family reunion. So what we have to learn to come together as a people, because Jazz said it best when she said they use religion to separate us. You'll say the Christians want to stay on one side, the Muslims in another corner. We got, people that's atheists that want to, go run and hide and tuck their tails. What we really need to do is learn to come together. What we need to learn is to be passionate about our freedom and taking a stance instead of actually just believing whatever's told to us. We have to start taking our Blackness serious and our worth serious. And I think that's what really fails us out here in this economy, as well as the systemic racism that we face day to day in America. And I don't care if it be at work, social issues, political issues, relationships. And I want to touch on relationships because none of us stated really about relationships. Whenever I think about systemic racism in our relationships, I really delve into the component where we don't see the common man and woman coming together. And that's a division as well. So if you come in certain areas, and I'm talking about, I live in PA, how many times I cross a Black male or a Black female and they're with someone of another race because that comfortability that they have with that other race is not with a Black sister or a Black man. It's sad. I see that those percentages are increasing year to year, and I really would love to say, have faith. Have faith in humanity. Have faith in your Black community. Have faith in your Black woman. Have faith in your Black man. Start to show each other love and appreciation instead of this hatred that we have, this sparring competition. That's one thing about systemic racism, is that they've taught us to turn on each other. And we, instead of causing this great division, come together, be unified, have a unison, because that's the most important thing that we need to survive. And as Vic stated, no harm. Because if we're together as a nation and a people and we see our worth, there's nothing that nobody else can touch once we actually realize that ourselves. And we don't realize it. And that's why they shove that social negative media down our throat on a regular basis, because they want to constantly remind us how little we can be. And we got to keep reminding everybody, and I don't care, even those people that sit in the white boardrooms with their Black yes men, in their corners, we got to constantly show them things, that the intelligence is there, the knowledge is there. We are worth more than what they're making us out to be. And even if it makes it to the other countries, and if they see it, we got to show them and show proof that we are worth more than what they taught them to believe. And that's what it is all about. It's about dividing and conquering. And that's what they've created in our actual community, this division. So if we knock that wall down and we actually show them, this is where our worth is, this is where our value is, there's nothing that we wouldn't be able to combat. That's just my final thoughts on it.
Absolutely.
Systemic racism can go away if we actually know and see and let them see our worth. That's it. That's just it.
Okay.
To me.
No doubt.
That's it. So I'm actually going to say,
Are you done? Are you done?
I'm not done, but I was about to say we're gonna move into the Love It Thing segment, but I wanted us to take a break.
I want to correct you on something.
Go ahead, please do.
I also did comment on the social systemic racism between races and things. I did say if a Black woman was making a certain kind of money, she would not deal with a Black man because he's not making enough money.
That's cap.
She would deal with a white person.
No, that's cap. That's cap.
And also a Black man
I don't agree with that.
A white woman because she's not making enough. I actually did touch on that, Tata.
You did touch on it, But I do want to say, Vic said it, is a cap because, you know, I'm a successful woman, you know, I've been in that six-figure category. I've been in a five-figure category. Regardless of where my stance was, my love for a black man never dissipated. It never felt short. I don't care about his money, long as I'm able to bring us up and we can level together and grow together.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the difference. That's what you don't see. That's that division that they cause by that salary cap. I don't care about money. At the end of the day, I know I could lose all of that. I don't care about that as long as the love is great. And that's what you talk about when you say you're dealing with a girl versus a woman. You see?
Right. I'm about to say that part. He said we are women.
There
Absolutely.
we go again. So I'm like, I'm just gonna say
I
that. I'm gonna put that out there.
I told you that too. See, I told you that.
That's why I said it. That statement came full circle though, because I'm like, when you're dealing with a woman, we don't care about dollars and cents. Because just as fast as I make it, they can knock me down a peg and show me what I really am,
Right.
taking that all away from me. So think about that. So it is not about money to me. It's so much more than money. It's about, at the end of the day, when I come home and I lay in my bed, who do I want laying beside me that's gonna be fighting with me if they come at me? My black man. That's pretty much what it is. So that division, I go back to that division. They try to cause that with salary too. That doesn't mean anything. Not to a woman.
Yeah.
Maybe to this little girl.
100% right. I hope this reached the masses. Because this is what people need to see. It's what a lot of people need to see.
Absolutely, I agree. Thank you for joining us. We are the Grown Up Group. This is a podcast by regular people tackling the world from a Black perspective. Again, we have Jazz, Victor, Walee, Kira, and Ty. Thank you. Have a good one.
Good night.
Good night.